This is Elio Piedra inviting you to start your day with a fun, dynamic, educated, and different way. From Monday to Friday, yes, inspiring, learning, sharing stories, and advertising all businesses around the world. Sit tight, grab your coffee, and relax. We want to welcome you to Morning Coffee, Elio. Get up, baby, this morning. This is Elio Pierre. I am super excited to be here with you guys. Another morning means another coffee because this is Morning Coffee with Elio. Every week, bringing the best out of your spirit. Remember, the first 30 minutes of your day, they are going to lift you up. They are going to dictate how your day is going to be. So that's why you are here with us every single week. We're super excited. And let me tell you, we have an amazing, awesome guest today. But before we jump into our guest, I would like to say thank you all for watching. We are close to 4,000 views. The last show that we had, we reached almost 20,000 people. That is because of you guys. So I want to thank you all for watching, for tuning in, for sharing, for liking us, for following us. We are fired up this morning. And make sure you share this show because our amazing guest has been doing comedy since 1990. He started at Hilton Head, South Carolina, came all the way to keep bringing the fun and the good times to people here in Gator Nation. Go Gators, Gainesville, Florida. So let's welcome to Morning Coffee with Elio, the great comedian and entrepreneur, Boss Me.
My man. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Let's bring that energy level up.
Gotta get it. Let's go. This is awesome. This is great.
I love it.
This is great.
How you doing this morning?
I'm good. I got my Elio mug and I'm here. We got coffee from Mia Pa. It was great.
I am so fired up this morning. Let me tell you, when I wake up, when I was coming in, not when I wake up, when I was coming in, oh my gosh, Bob was actually getting inside the building with these coffees and these pantries from Miapa.
My favorite place in the whole
Let's shout out to Miapa Latin Cafe. You guys are awesome. Bob, I am so excited to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
I am super excited to have you here because it's the first time ever that we have a comedian, an entrepreneur, and I would like to say why entrepreneur, because you've been doing comedy for forever.
Since I started in 1990 when I was, like you said, with Hilton Head, and then I moved back to Gainesville, and in 1991 I helped start the first comedy club here. There was some rooms in the 80s that had tried to do comedy. But in 1991, where the old Holiday Inn, where Clarion is now, is where Coconuts Comedy Club started. And I helped get that started in 1991. And then in 2002, we started Gainesville's Comedy Showcase, the Gainesville Comedy Showcase. Jamie Morgan and Monty Allen and myself, we started it. And then we started Keg of Laughs about a year ago. But we had started another showcase 2 years ago. And then it morphed into Keg of Laughs, which we have now.
That's amazing. So let's talk about Showcase. It's Gainesville Showcase, right?
The original one was Gainesville Comedy Showcase.
Yes.
And what had happened was my mother had passed away, and I had to do a show at the Holiday Inn. And Jamie Morgan came up to me and, would you help me or help us get? No, man, leave me alone. My mother died. I don't want to talk to anybody. And then I drew out what to do. I have a workshop and then have a showcase. And Jamie and Monty started pursuing it. And after about 8 months, they looked at me and they're like, would you help us do it? And would you teach one on a Sunday? Sure. And one became 5 years. And I did it for about 5 years. And then I wanted to do some other things. And about 2 years ago, my friend Bill Foster, who owns Premier Events here in the area, he's an entertainment company, he came to me and, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you get comedy started again? And there already was a downtown comedy thing going on, but I was like, no, man, leave me alone. I don't, come on, man, I don't want to do that. Come on, Bob, come on. So fine, just so it would fail. All right, we'll do it. And we started over at Sal's place, which is where Mother's North is now. And we started there, and then when Sal closed, we moved to another place, and then I guess about a year ago, Joel Reynolds, who's a friend of mine, he said, hey, would you like to be at Tioga? And Kerry Brock, who's the manager there, brought us in, and it took off. And then when Kerry moved over to 34th Street, Kerry brought us over there where it's really taken off. And now we do a Wednesday open mic, and we do a Friday actually comedy showcase where we bring in national touring people.
Wow, there is a lot of information over there. Yeah, but let's back up really quick to the very beginning of you, because we're gonna share with you guys, where Keg of Laughs where you can find it. They are all over the place in Gator Nation. I know if you're watching from China, you're watching from United Kingdom, from Houston, my friend from Houston, all of our followers. But we are here in Gator Nation. We want to make sure that if you are in Gainesville or if you are just passing by Gainesville, say, hey, let's take a break. Let's take exit 384 or, depending where you're coming from. But let's stop by Gator Nation to enjoy, to laugh, to have a good time with these amazing, amazing comedy shows. Before we talk about that, we were talking about, and I am thinking the joke that you were, the joke that actually was the one that kicked you off to say, hey, I got this, when you were in Hilton Head, South Carolina, when the guy say, hey, you are the comedian for this show.
Right. So I told him before the show started that they had auditions for a club open, they auditions for a house MC. And so some friends of mine were, why don't you do this? I'm like, man, I don't have enough alcohol to get up there and do this. But they were like, come on. And so I went down there, and my dad had taught me how to do impressions when I was a little kid. And so I did like this 2-minute impression of Howard Cosell interviewing Muhammad Ali, And it's like, we're talking to the greatest Muhammad, waiting for him now. There he comes, Muhammad. Come in. Good to have you here. March 8, 1971. Joe Frazier. Can you beat Joe Frazier? It's like, Howard Cosell, my greatest heavyweight champ of all time. I'm going to beat Joe Frazier. This may shock and amaze you. I'll retire Joe Frazier. And the guy, I came off the stage, and the guy goes, you're the guy. And I go, what? He goes, you're the guy. And I go, well, there's other people. And he goes, don't worry about them. And of course, then I'm like, I got the job? He goes, yeah. He goes, so I go, how much do I get paid? Of course, then the violin kick. Well, I can't pay you, but you can drink for free. I said, I can drink for free? He goes, yeah. He goes, be here at 7. I said, you be here at 5. I'll show what happy hour is all about. And so I did it for about 7 months out there. And then started, at the old days, I don't know how with you, but like you had to put a press kit together.
Yes.
And send out a VHS tape.
Yeah.
Today it's all easier for people because it's streaming and you can do it all electronically or digitally. But so people started booking me, and within 8 months I had about 40 minutes of material.
Wow.
And I started working on the road, and that was what happened.
That is awesome. So let me ask you this, because I am kind of like, this is all new to me, but do you guys also do like private events? Let's say if I have my wedding, or if I have like a anniversary. No, think about it. Right. And I really want a show. I want to have the fiesta, but I also want to have somebody like just to fire it up a little bit different.
We do corporate events. We've started doing some smaller ones. There's so much talent here in town.
Yes.
I can think of about 10 or 11. When we started Keg of Laughs a year ago, there were 2 people that I knew of who could do about 20 minutes. Steve Arvell, who has been with this incarnation. Steve Arvell and Chuck King were 2 of the people that started with me. And Steve and a guy named Harry Snover, who's one of the funniest guys you'll ever see in your life. He's hilarious. Since we started our workshop and our showcase, now we have about 11 people who can do 30 minutes. So teaching and helping people, to me, is the best part of all of it.
That's awesome.
And so we've got, and it's not because of me, it's because of their hard work is why they have all that time. But we've just started trying to do some more corporate events, and like I said, through Bill's company, and then people contact me all the time.
I love that about you, Bob, that you are always talking about your team. It's not about you. You are actually always promoting your guys, saying, hey, they are awesome. Make sure you stop by, you enjoy the show. Right. And you are always talking about how the hard work that they put into this project. Because this is a project, and I love the fact that you believe in them, and you believe in your work. And that's it's so excited. It's very exciting for me to talk about that, because on Morning Coffee we are always trying to inspire others to follow your dreams, to pursue your passion and your gift. I remember we had like a bunch of episodes ago, like 2 months ago, we were talking about following your passion and your gift. But sometimes your passion and your gift, they are aligned, with what you want to do in life.
That's
okay?
very good, yep.
Because let's say I mean, I know as a fact, like your passion is making people have a good time.
Right.
But also your gift is making people laugh and enjoying themselves. So
Thank you.
So that's where when you actually can see your gift and your passion align, but you supporting your guys, your team, you have your marketing people, you have the
Right.
comedian that they follow you, they are working with you all the time, going to all these venues, and to me that's amazing. Because talk to me, how many when you were starting the first, let's say the very beginning of your company, let's say how many people tell you, oh, you are crazy, oh, you can do this.
Well, I didn't start the company for people telling me I'm crazy, so that was already a guarantee. But when we started 2 years ago, there was basically 4 or 5 people who were interested in getting started. And I mentioned Steve and Chuck. Steve's wife Lisa was there, and there were a couple of others. Chris Schindel, who he runs Taste here in Gainesville. He was in our group, and it kind of mushroomed into people like Harry, Spencer A. Creeves to come, and he still comes to our group now. He's a very funny young man. Awesome. But when we moved to World of Beer, and we started Keg of Laughs, is when it really exploded. And we now have, like I said, AJ Wilkerson, who does all of our marketing. He just got signed by a company to do a regional tour all over the Southeast.
That's one of your guys?
Yes. AJ is, if you come out to World of Beer, you'll see AJ most weeks. He's there. And there's probably Harry Snover, who I mentioned. He's getting ready to go on a national tour. There's several people who are really, really funny. Gainesville's, it's loaded with talent.
Yes.
And you think about Gainesville as a town, and if this was this size of a town somewhere else, I don't think it would be the same. Yeah. But because of the university in Santa Fe, there's always people who come from different places. So, downtown, there's a comedy. The Midnight downtown does comedy, and there's some other places that do it. But at 34th Street Keg of Laughs, we do the open mic. We do our workshop where we try to encourage people to come. We work on writing. We work on performing, standing with the microphone, your performance. And then we have the show on Friday. But there's so many people, man. It's amazing. It's inspiring.
I am gonna put you in a spot. What is the let's say the night that you enjoy the most? The night that you say, hey, this is Wednesday, this is Thursday, let's go.
Right.
What is the night that is more fun for you?
Well, more fun for me is Sunday afternoons when we're doing a workshop and we're seeing people try new stuff. Or anytime I see someone like go up and they try something they never tried before, or when maybe they've been struggling on a Friday night. Then you see them over a period of time, and then one night they get it.
Yes.
And that's the part that is the best part. I mean, when you see them, because I know for me, like when I started, I had so many people. Our workshop is free. We don't charge anybody to do workshop. It's free. Come. We want you to come. So, when you have young people, and we don't just have young people. We had a guy a few weeks ago who was 80, who came for this first time, and he came to workshop for about 2 or 3 weeks, 80 years old. And this was a bucket list kind of thing.
Wow.
And he went up, and he did well.
Wow.
And he was like, you're like, that's the kind of thing you're like, man.
Yes.
It gets you. But we had, it's when you see people, when you see people realize a dream,
yes,
that's the best part.
I love it, man. I love it. So let me ask you this. Do you guys also do like FaceTime training?
FaceTime with
FaceTime training. The reason I'm asking is because right?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to actually encourage our followers, our friends, our family, our morning coffee community. If you would like to reach out to Bob, hey, make a comment below right now and say hashtag pursue your dreams, hashtag Keg of Laughs. So we can know, or just simply ask a question, how can we pursue the dream of being a comedian, or just be part of the workshop? And probably, hey, if we don't have a FaceTime, we're gonna help you to create.
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would love to help your guys to, create a FaceTime where our morning coffee community. Because man, I'll tell you this. I always had another episode talking about customer service, good times, laughing, and actually this episode I actually did it at Hilton Head.
Really?
South Carolina. I didn't mention it that day because it's a private island. But now here, I'm sorry. So we are getting mentioned. So I escaped, and now I am mentioning. So let me tell you, if you will love to be a comedian or at least learn how to become one, you probably have the gift, but you need to polish that. I have the right person here to talk about that, to ask. Okay, so make sure that you leave your comment below. Make a comment below. How can you be a comedian? Yes, right now. At Morning Coffee. And if we don't have it.
It's this.
Exactly. Yeah. If we don't have a well-created FaceTime, tool, so you guys can communicate all over the world.
That'd be awesome.
That's a great idea. Because that's the reason people all the time ask me, Elliot, all the many things that you do, what are you always waking up at 6 a.m. doing this morning coffee? Because I am passionate about letting you know that if anybody at any point in time is doing it, you can do it too. And Bob is giving you the option. He's giving you the idea, hey, have you thought about doing this? Have you thought about being a comedian? Or just ask yourself, do I have what it takes? Of course you do. If you enjoy making people laugh,
that's it. That's what it's all about. And maybe you don't even want to do comedy, but if you just want to come and maybe put humor in your daily life, or maybe if you just want to have it be where you're able to make people laugh at a party or something, we can help you with all that. I mean, that's something, because comedy in a way is kind of like math. It's an equation. And if you can learn the equations, you can implement them in your daily life.
I didn't know that. If
you think about it. Yeah, it is. And so what we try to do at Keg of Laughs is we try to encourage, and we try to, I like to bring the best out of somebody.
That's awesome.
But if you're going to get the best out of somebody, you can't be afraid. The one thing, new people especially, no one wants to do badly. No one wants to eat it. No one wants to suck. Well, in comedy, one of the ways you learn is to do badly, so you can figure out what not to do the next time, and you're going to suck. But when I started, you hear how fast I talk now. When I first started, and the adrenaline would kick in, the reason, and I was talking before the show about, it's almost 25 years since I had a drink. I'm an alcoholic, and I used to drink a fifth of scotch every day. They talk about coronavirus now. I had Dewar's virus back then. I mean, I drank all the time.
Wow.
And so I drank, though, to calm down, because the adrenaline would kick in when I got on stage, and I've been so blessed to have so many people help me. And one guy, and I'm not name dropper, but Cedric the Entertainer came to the club where I worked. And this is way back.
Wow.
I remember looking at me and go, brother, he goes, you're funny, but if people can't understand what you're saying, they can't laugh.
Yeah.
And I remember one night that week when he was there, and I did really well. And I remember him hugging me and telling me, that's what I'm talking about. And you're just like, and now you see where he's gone, but he was there and helped me.
Yeah.
And there's so many people who've helped me over the years. That's why we're here.
Well, I would like to start by saying that thank you very much for sharing that with us. I think you are brave for mentioning that, and I'm proud of you. I am proud of you.
Oh, my man, no.
Man, I am very proud of you.
I am blessed.
I am very proud of you just to be brave to say, hey, yes, I was this, but now this is me. This is what I do. And now you are helping others to reach the next level. Doing...
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about.
Because when you help, we always say, when you are helping others to achieve their dreams and their goals, your goals and your dreams also happen.
Right.
They also come true. So I am very, I feel very proud and honored to have you here, sharing all your stories with us. And before we jump into the next segment,
sure.
You wanna do a joke after we come back?
When we come back, I gotta think one up now. It's like my stuff too. It's like I just talk about stuff that happens to me. Like when we started, I was telling you about when I started doing comedy.
Yeah.
So it's when we come back.
When we come back, let's go to let's go to the super questions segment of the day. Here we go, super questions. So the super question because you gotta answer super fast. No,
okay, good.
As fast as you can.
Let's go.
So what is your favorite word?
My favorite word?
Yeah.
Winning.
Winning, love it. What turns you on?
It turns me on when I see other people be successful.
Fantastic. What sounds or noise do you love?
Bam! Yeah,
I love it.
I love it.
I
I love it.
Oh my God! What profession other of the one that you do you would like to do? In case.
Well, I've been pretty blessed to do anything I wanted to do. I owned a sports memorabilia shop. I worked in broadcasting. If I had my dad's voice, Major League Baseball announcer. I didn't get my dad's voice. I got this little. I sound like a kid.
Awesome.
You know, my brother David got my dad's voice. I didn't get it, but I would have loved to have been. Yeah.
Awesome. So, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the gates?
Oh man. It's good that you're here. We're happy to have you.
Awesome. Yes. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how weird you are?
Oh man. It's just 10? That's a high thing to go.
That's funny. What are you not very good at?
I'm not very good at cutting myself a break. That's probably it. Yeah.
Tell me something that's true. Tell me something that is true that almost nobody agrees with you.
Nobody agrees with me?
Yeah.
Jeez,
almost nobody.
No, almost nobody. I can't even think of what something like that would be. Oh gosh. I know what it used to be. It was that the Gators would win the national championship in basketball, and no one ever believed me, and they did it. So that's one thing. But
cool. Yeah, go Gators.
Yep.
And then the last one. This is an easy one. So room, desk, and car. Which one do you clean first?
Room,
desk
or car?
Car.
My car.
Your car?
Yeah, my car. Because my room would be second. My desk probably would be last if I could find my desk. Because it's like, where's the stuff? You're in there digging around, you know.
That is so awesome. And before keep thinking about the joke, let's jump really quick into the quote of the day. Yes. So the quote of the day, by popular demand, we're keeping this one from last Friday because it has a lot to do with what we're talking about today. The greatest mistake we make is living in constant fear that we will make one.
Amen.
By the great John Maxwell. What do you think about that?
I think that in the spectrum of comedy or anything you do in life, is people are afraid to fail. And if you put failure and focus on that, you're never going to be able to succeed. You're going to fail. It's inevitable. And in comedy, when you go up there, there's so much to comedy as far as writing a joke and then being able to take it from the written page to the stage. And when you see people, how many people do you know? I got so many people, I can never do that. I can never do comedy. Yes, you could. Yeah. If you've ever made people laugh at a party, made people laugh at work, the difference is being able to translate that to a professional or semi-professional kind of thing. Awesome. But if you concentrate on fear or you're never gonna. And one thing in my life is like this. And I look at you and I see like when I see you out like at Fluid or when I see you in a public setting and how easy you make everything look. Well, that took years of practice. For me, it's like. What I want to see someone do, like I said, is about succeed. I want to see them, and even if it's just getting up one time to do it. Because if you just get up one time, guess what? You did it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's to me is if you can overcome your fears, because I don't like playing woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
And I think there are a lot of people who play woulda, coulda, shoulda, and I'm my age now, which. I won't tell you. And I'm not a relic yet, but I didn't want to live my life and go, oh man, I could have done that. Oh man, I should have done that. Or I would have done that.
Yeah.
No, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So, man, this is huge. You mentioned two things, and you guys, please pay attention to this now. Pay attention to this. You mentioned two things that they are huge, and I would love to address them. Number one, you are going to fail. You need to know that you are going to fail your way to success.
Right.
That's huge,
right.
Bob. Thank you for mentioning that because people these days they're so afraid of failure. But you are going to fail, and you already mentioned at the beginning, but I was paying attention really, really, really good. If you are going to fail big.
Right.
Because that means that your way to success is going to be big.
Your success is going to be big. I mean, you want to do something, do it massively. You want to do it. If you want to do it, just do it. Don't think about, oh, if I fail, oh, if people don't laugh, if people don't like the music that I'm playing, if people don't like the painting that I'm doing, if people don't like the way I move when I am playing basketball, if they don't like, it's okay. If you're going to fail big. That's one thing. Another one, the people are afraid to fail. That's the other thing.
Right.
Because
Yes.
because one thing is when you know that you're gonna fail, but you wanna play small. People wanna play easy these days. And ladies and gentlemen, hello, special announcement. Easy is not an option in life.
No.
Hey, I love what Les Brown said, and Les Brown is one of my heroes. He's always mentioning, hey, we all gonna die one day. We're gonna check out for good one day.
Right, one
so
day.
what are you trying to play small? Why are you trying to play easy? Take risk. But I love the way you say, hey, you are going to fail because, I mean, we're human beings and we need to know that we will fail at some point. But it doesn't mean, and this is another thing that you mentioned that is awesome, it doesn't mean that that's you. I mean, in one night you didn't, you were, let's say you just finished a Bob's workshop and you went to try it out one night and it didn't work. It doesn't mean that's you. It just means that night didn't work and you can keep moving forward.
That's good.
Anyhow.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love the idea of you knowing that, man, you can do more than you can ever begin to imagine, and whatever happened to you, any circumstance, it doesn't mean that that's you, right?
Right, no.
It means that you fail, but you are on your way to success. And failure, they are basically opportunities to grow.
Yes.
At the end of the day, my opinion, my humble opinion is that you don't fail if you don't quit. If you quit, that's the real failure right there.
That's it. And there's so many people who give up because it's hard or because they didn't succeed right away. And you go, why? I mean, there's times eventually, obviously, if it's long term, you need to find a route or avenue.
Yes.
But I'm not about quitting.
Yeah.
And when I had my sports memorabilia shop, I stayed open for as long as I could because I kept thinking I could make it work. And what I missed about that shop was this, seeing all the people and talking with the people. That's the best part. But if I didn't open that shop, I couldn't live with myself. I had to try and do it. And it didn't succeed the way I hoped it would. But I did it.
Yeah.
And with comedy, people ask me all the time, did you ever go to LA? Well, you can't go for the weekend. You can't you come off a plane, hey, here's your sitcom. You go for Chris Cope, who started here in Gainesville, has been living in LA for 8 years. He's hilarious. We've had Chris here 3 times. I'm telling you what, there's nobody who does crowd work better than Chris Cope. He is a genius at it. Wow. Well, when Chris Cope started here 17 years ago, Chris couldn't tell a joke.
Wow.
The first time I saw Chris, he said the F word 38 times in 3 minutes. That's kind of hard to do. I mean, you think about it. And I took Chris aside. I said, Chris, where are the jokes? And Chris goes, what? And I go, come on. But what Chris did, he worked at it. He didn't quit. He had a dream, and eventually he became an opener, and then he became a feature act, and then he became a headliner, and then he moved to LA. And all of a sudden, here he is as a big fish in a small pond, and he goes to being a guppy in an ocean.
Yeah.
You think about LA, I mean, come on, or New York.
Yeah.
But what's happened? In 8 years, Chris has been on Conan. Wow. He's been on, he just did a Dry Bar special. He's the gold standard for Gainesville comedy. But there were a lot of people back then who could have gone. But you know me.
Yeah.
I'm not taking Steven to LA. I'm not dragging Amy to LA. And this is where I'm supposed to be. God has you where he wants you.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so I would have liked to have gone to LA, maybe, and see what would happen. But I knew guys who were funnier than me, who went to New York and never heard from them again, or who went to Chicago or went to LA.
Yeah, and
it's hard work.
Yeah, it's hard work, but sometimes I believe that, like you, for example, for me, I've been in, I don't know, people, you wouldn't believe it, but I've been in 20 different states in this amazing country. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful cities, small venues, big. I have played one of the actually jazz clubs that I remember. I was playing as a drummer. It was the Elephant Room in Austin, Texas. That I was seeing.
I've been to Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. By the way, kisses to my Houston, Austin, Dallas, San Antonio family. I have a lot of friends in Texas. And you know, when I was there, watching all the pictures on the wall, like, you know, Chick Corea, I mean, Pat Metheny, all these people, like, oh my goodness, they have played here. It's the same. I mean, for me, for somebody like me, Gainesville is like a special meaning for me. It's like a warm, you know, cold. I don't know, man. It's home. I love this community. When I got to this country, I'm telling you, like, a year and so ago, no English, no nothing to invest, nothing at all. Gainesville opened the doors, the heart for me.
Where are you from?
And I'm from Cuba.
Okay, very good.
You know, so
Yes.
So, you know, for somebody that is coming from Cuba, and how I always have high expectations of day. For example, I always expect the best out of the day, the best out of the week, the year, and my life. So when I came here with those expectations, I gotta tell you, man, this community not only meet my expectations, but they way beyond that. The beauty of the people that we have in this community in Gainesville, Florida, is just awesome. So I want to say thanks to our Gainesville community for supporting arts, dance, everything. We just had Dancing with the Stars like a few weeks ago. By the way, I was dancing, man. And our videos almost 13,000.
Were you dancing?
Yeah, I had the privilege to be invited by Dance Alive National Ballet. By the way, they are coming back in a couple of shows. So, you know, it's just so special. And then when you feel that way in any city, you can, I can live, you know, I can live. I don't know, people imagine something happen, I got a big contract and I am gone, and people are like, hey, Elliot, you were saying that you wouldn't leave. That would be a good joke. But, you know, at this point in time, I feel so good here in Gainesville. I love my community. I know we both love our community for all of the support.
I love it. I grew up
everything. And by the way, I would love to shout out to Carrie. Carrie for being so awesome, supporting entertainment in general, man.
In general, for sure.
I mean,
he's awesome.
He's an amazing, remarkable guy that, you know, been.
You know, you look at Carrie, and I think about when we started out there, and when Carrie transferred to 34th Street, and I remember Carrie's first few words to me, he's like, "When you coming?" and I was just like, "You want us to come over here?" And I'm serious. The cellar, the room inside World of Beer on 34th, is so perfect for comedy.
Yes.
It only seats about 50 people, but it's very intimate. And when you come in there, it gets very loud because the laughter is contained. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful room. When we had the old Holiday Inn room, it was great because it held about 110 people, I guess. And I remember when my mother passed away, and I had to do the shows that weekend, and I didn't want to do it. I did not want to. My mother had died. Leave me alone, but I couldn't get out of it. And I remember there were people who came to see me from like the first grade. It was like people had known my mother, and my mother taught school at Westwood for like 33 years. And teaching that's a job.
Yeah.
You know, my mom taught school for 33 years, and my mom was amazing. She never needed glasses. She drank right out of a bottle. And so, people go, a teacher don't appreciate it. Somebody, what about the police? Teachers don't get a gun. You have a piece of chalk and an eraser. I mean, that's all you get. But my mom taught at Westwood for 33 years. And so, you know, for me, it's like, you wanted a joke. That's why I gave you one. Teaching school is the toughest job. So what we're doing, I do, as far as, you know, comedy, I mean, you know, my father wouldn't come see me do comedy. He passed away really before I got started. Wow. He had one opportunity, he couldn't come. But my mother was not into it until she saw me. And once she saw me, she was like,
believe in you.
Okay, I believe in you now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And by the way, I would like to clarify that Carrie is the one
Carrie
of the
Brock.
one of the GMs.
Yeah.
Well, he's
the GM.
He's a GM at World of Beer company here in Gator Nation. Because people, well, who is Carrie?
Yeah, Carrie Brock.
Carrie. We love you, brother, and you are amazing, man.
And when he brought us over, you know, when he brought us up to 34th, you know, he looked at me and look, man, we start off on Wednesdays, and the whole time, the word I would use for Carrie is encouraging. Because he's always encouraging. He's always like, try this. What about this? What if we try this? I've never heard Carrie be negative, ever, awesome, toward us and Keg of Laughs.
And that's the thing. People, for example, you're doing, what you guys are successful right now. We are very successful what we're doing, but
you are.
It takes teamwork.
Totally.
And let me tell you, sometimes we don't see the picture when we are on the frame. So that's why we need people. from outside. I'm always asking people, and I can ask you right now, what can we improve on the show? What can we improve in general? What can we bring here to the show? I am always asking my friends, my followers to make comment below and let us know how can we do it so we can keep having a good time, keep inspiring people and sharing his stories. And by the way, we're about to jump into the next segment of the show, which is the game of the day. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. The game of the day.
All right, let's do this.
So this is the game of the day. What would you change? That's the what would you change game in the world, not only for you or the community, in the world. If you have the power to change something, what would you change? Economic situation, emotional situation, political situation, or mindset?
Ooh, those are good.
Ooh.
I would pick mindset.
My man.
Mindset
Awesome.
is what I would pick.
Why?
Because I think that I think it all starts with your mindset. Your emotional situation comes from how you think. The political situation, the economic situation, all starts from your mind, from how you think, and your thinking, I think, can dictate your success. If you tell yourself no all the time, guess what? It's going to be no. So why not? I look at you, and you just radiate all this positivity. It's like, man, I want to go out there right now and hit it. I'm serious, man. This is awesome.
Awesome, brother. I really appreciate that. I don't need to tell you that mine is mindset as well, because I agree with you 100%. Yes, mindset is gonna change your life. If you really want to change your day, your week, your world, okay, change your mindset, and amazing things are going to happen to you and the people, everybody around you.
And you think about people who maybe watch this right now, who follow you, and that may be the person that's easiest to reach. The person that we're talking about, though, is that person who may not be watching right now.
Yes.
Who needs to see this, who needs to see your positivity and go, I can?
Yes.
It's that person that you want to try to reach. I'm negative sometimes. I mean, we're all negative sometimes. I beat up on myself too much.
Yes.
I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. But you got to get over that.
Yes.
And I really feel, and I don't do this enough, I think you probably do it way better than I do. You got to be a cheerleader for yourself. Because if you're not, then who is?
Exactly.
I'm blessed to be my girlfriend. I mean, Amy, she's a big cheerleader for me. And very supportive. I'm very blessed to be who I'm with.
By the way, talking about having people that you feel blessed having them around, we're going to shout out right now to Stephen Smith, your brother.
My brother Stephen, yeah.
Hey, one of the
Stephen.
Oh my God, he's awesomeness. Yes. So Stephen, if you are watching the show, share it with your friends and make a comment below. I mean, your brother is always supporting everybody out there.
He loves you, and he loves music, and he's everywhere. I mean, Steven's much more of a social butterfly than I am.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I am not. I go to the comedy show twice a week, 3 times a week, and I like to meet people and talk. I go to Mia Paul every day. I should have stock in the company because I go there so much. But Steven is out there. People will come at me. I had somebody come to me one day at Publix, and they go, I know you. And I go, I know. He goes, I know you. I go, well, how do you know me? And he goes, I don't know. He goes, and then it clicked. He goes, you're Steven's brother.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what's weird. When I was a little kid growing up here in Gainesville, everywhere I went, I heard I was Miss Smith's son. You're Mrs. Smith's son. You're Mrs. Smith's son. Even until I was in my 30s and 40s. But today, I'm not Mrs. Smith's son. Now I'm Steven's brother. I don't have an identity. I don't have an identity. It's like, you're Steven's brother. And I go, yeah. And everyone knows Steven. I mean, he is like you. He's like a celebrity in this town.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's crazy.
All right. So if you guys want to leave any comment below or any question that you may have, ask any question, because we have the 7th question of the day in case you guys have any question for Bob. How we can jump into the workshop? How can we find Bob? And by the way, you can have all that information by just leaving a comment below. Because after the show, we're gonna actually make some comments ourselves. We're gonna let you know how you can reach out to Keg of Laughs and Bob Smith, so you can actually polish your comedian skills and being an entertainer, making people have a good time, making people laugh and making memories.
You asked me before about fear, and people ask all the time, have you ever bombed? Have you ever, man, I've done Pearl Harbor, man. I mean, it has been, I can think of 3 or 4 times. There was one time here in Gainesville, which I won't tell you the exact, but I bombed. And I left, and I walked away, and I just wanted to jump off the 8th Avenue overpass right then on 13th Street. And it was just horrible. And when you fail,
Yes.
it's terrible. You feel horrible.
Yeah.
But I think that's when you need to have a faith in not to get religious, but faith in God.
Yes.
Who I think, and your mindset has to be right.
Yes.
And so for me, it was like, well, the sun just came up in the east, so that's over with.
That's a new day.
Let's move forward.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. And by the way, here we believe in having faith and in God and the universe and whatever you have in your life that we should. I am always asking people to, hey, hold on to your phone, to any social media when you wake up, and let's have at least 5 minutes to express our gratitude, just to be alive, man. It's a new day. It's a new opportunity, man. I mean, people don't think about this and say, yeah, it's been said so many times. Yes, but it's been done just few times. You need to do it, man. You need to do it.
People take waking up for granted.
Exactly.
It's like, you better be happy. I can't believe it's another day. You better be happy it's another day. We're here. And there's times when I was younger even, and today sometimes you get negative, and you get down, and you sit there and you go, oh man, I can't believe. But you know what? We're here. You are here. And it beats the alternative.
Yes.
And I'm blessed. I mean, look, when you asked me to be on the show, I was like, me? And you're like, yeah. I was like, wow. So this is an opportunity today, and the positivity, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's and for comedy, when all the people, even if you've never done it before, come to the workshop. We want you there. We want you to come in. We want you to try and pursue a dream. And anything you do, if it's bull riding, if it's race car driving, if it's doing music.
Yes.
I mean, I can't imagine, first of all, I'm the whitest person ever, so my rhythm is like, I got it going on. I'm good. But I mean, it's like I look at you and when I watch you, like I said before, I'm like amazed. And so, and I'll tell you, you got it, but you got to do it. Sitting on the couch in front of your computer terminal isn't going to get it.
Yep.
Unless you're going to be a software designer or something, I guess. But you can't play video games and get to where you want to be or where you deserve to be.
Exactly, where you deserve to. I like that. So right now we're gonna jump into our platinum sponsor. We're going for a quick break so we can shout out to our platinum sponsors. When we come back, we're going to shout out to all of our sponsors because without them, none of this would be possible. So let's go with our platinum sponsors. Let's hit it, Donovan. Here we go. Welcome back to Morning Coffee with Elio. Yes. So let's shout out to our wonderful sponsorship family. So we have Jago 777 Construction, Drywall, and Framing. You have the number right there. Spend and grow your business. Advertise with us today and every week. Motory Group 352-505-5858. Amazing car dealer. And they're sponsoring the Superpower game today. C-Bar Range, a beautiful venue for wedding, corporate events. Bob, I'm telling you, they are amazing. Gainesville Country Club. If you're into golf, Gainesville Country Club, they should have Keg of Laughs. Reach out to the show. Ravel Realty Group. If you are looking to sell or buy your house, they have what you're looking for. And Team Cabrera Union Home Mortgage, the best mortgage company around the world. Yeah, reach out to them right now. Miapa Latin Cafe, let me tell you, the official coffee of the show. Yes, today we kick off our day with Miapa. And Tommy's Auto Works, automotive service, maintenance, and repair. From any minor to major problem, they are amazing. They are going to treat you like family. They are the best. I'm telling you. Tommy Auto Works. And then we have Kicks Dog Pediatrics. They treat my baby, my Bella, my princess. They are amazing, man. Kicks Dog Pediatrics. PT Solution, general residential and commercial maintenance. And after construction cleaning, make sure you reach out. Bene Autos. Yes, we have the top dealer of used car in North Central Florida. And we have the best restoration master of disaster. You have the number right there. So reach out. You have any problem? Beautiful Gardens of Florida. They are going to get your garden beautiful. Okay, good. So yes, that's right. Beautiful Garden of Florida and Podcast Central is the official partner of Morning Coffee with Elio. We are so honored to have them as part of our family and our team. We have Arnold Insurance, auto insurance, home insurance, and insurance for all Floridians. Yes. Maldon Law, you matter most. If you have any accident, you get in, please don't get into accident, but call Pound Hurt if you get into any accident. They are going to take care of you. We have Charco Grill. They say they have the best carne asada in Gator Nation. We have the Creek Restaurant and Event Center, was known by Chef Brothers Restaurant. Now is the Creek Center and Event. CC Accounting, reach out right now. Tax season, don't waste time. They are amazing. Gonzalo Law is a U.S. and international corporate law. We love them. They came last week. We had a blast. And Rutex Videography Services. We are actually having a surprise for you guys this coming week. By Rutex. And those are our sponsors, the wonderful sponsor family that we have. We love them so much. We want to thank you for supporting. We want to thank you for always being there for Morning Coffee with Elliot, because you guys are the reason we are here every single day. And now we are going back to Bob Smith.
You've got more sponsors than a NASCAR. It's unbelievable. That's awesome. It's great.
Well, we feel blessed, honored. We have the privilege to have a sponsor that actually they believe in us and they believe in what we do. They believe in helping because they know that we support other people. We support other venues. We support other vendors.
That's very important.
I even have musicians here because I'm telling you, it's not about me or us. It's about what can give. How much can we give? How much can we do with what we have? Yep. That's the difference, right? Yep. Sometimes, and for example, you that are watching these shows, you are like, well, what can I do? I don't have anything. You do have something. You can do more than you can actually ever to begin to imagine, because I have Thomas Anthony here. He used to be a state trooper, and now he's living his dream of being a musician, playing guitar. He's amazing. He's amazing.
Does he play?
He plays all over. I mean, Bahama Beach, all the hotels, guitar and singing, awesome, man. And I remember one of the stories that we share with our people here. I was like Anthony, Thomas, you can do this. You can do it. You got what it takes. I mean, he has a beautiful voice. He plays guitar beautifully, and he has a lot of talent. He was a state trooper, and he wanted to be like a professional musician, make a living, play music. And these days, he's like, man, I am making way more money than.
And he doesn't get shot at. It's great.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So I am very, very passionate about sharing stories that inspire people, sharing stories that can change your day, your week, your year, or your life.
Your life.
So, that's what I think it's all about. So I have been blessed to have Bob Smith here today.
It's been a blessing.
And I want you guys to again leave any comment below, any question that you may have, anything that you may want to know about how to become part of the workshop family, the Keg of Laughs family. How many guys do you have right now?
Well, we have, the whole city, we probably have a core group of people that fluctuate between our place in downtown, 18 to 20 people, I would imagine, to come in. We always get one or two new people, it seems like a week, who come in. We had a couple of new girls that showed up finally, because it's not a boys club. I'm always looking for girls.
Yes.
And we have some very talented young ladies who are in the city doing comedy now. But we have, there's probably, I don't know how many people in Gainesville are doing comedy, but what we see, I probably have a core group of 15 to 20 people, I would think.
That's awesome. So we are almost finishing the show, but before we finish, I would like actually to share with you the our information on the screen. The man in the chair, Donovan, is gonna make it happen for you guys. With this information that you are seeing advertised with us, you have the telephone number, you have the email, but not only that, you can also ask about how can we be part of the workshop. Keg of Laughs. Yeah, make a comment, especially this show that we have the privilege to have Bob here. Make sure you reach out to that email or that telephone number.
And the one thing I would say, no matter what you do, whether it's comedy, music, working at Publix, working at Miapa,
Yes.
be you.
Be you. I love it, man.
Be you.
Be
That's the whole thing. And
Yes.
don't let someone water down your version of who you are.
Yes.
And for some of us, I'm my age now, which I'm not going to tell you, but it's like I'm still discovering, but be you.
And creating and growing,
Creating.
man. That's what life is about.
it.
Oh my guys, this is
awesome.
awesome, man. Awesome.
awesome.
Okay, you guys, as I always said, we gotta go, but we are coming back. Tomorrow, as every week at 8:30. Remember, you stay tuned. We have surprises for you. Always amazing guests. Like, look at the first time we have first time ever. We have a comedian and entrepreneur at Morning Coffee with Elio. So we want to thank you once again for watching, for tuning in, for being awesome to us, for just for being you. Do not forget to to always remember this, that I've been thinking the whole weekend. I promise you, I've been thinking about telling you guys this the whole weekend. I want to tell you that you are awesome. I want to tell you that you are great, that you are beautiful, that you can do more than you can ever begin to imagine for the third time, that you have something special, you have greatness within you, and that you deserve to let go that talent, that gift that you have. You need to start living in your gifts, start living in your dream, because you deserve it. You deserve it, and you can work hard. So remember, you are going to fail your way to success. Easy is not an option, but you can do it. The good news are that it's possible and it's necessary, because, like you, for example, you started when nobody was believing in you, but it was necessary for you to bring the good times to people, for you to make a difference, as you're doing with your workshop, with all the venues that you're doing. So make sure that you tune in every morning to fire up your day, to fire up your spirit. And do not forget, stay tuned, stay inspired, and live full. We're going to see you tomorrow. Morning Coffee with Elio. Thank you for coming, Bob.
Thank you, my man.
Love you, brother.
Love you too. Thank you very much.
We're going to see you guys next time. Yes.